So if we take the reverse, then let's take the supply of labour. So who's doing the supplying of labour? If we take the example that I've been running with, in the case of Doverbrooks, the supply of labour, it comes from me. Yeah, I am labour supply. So the supply of labour, essentially is all those people. Yeah, so it's all those individuals, all those people, who are willing and able to work. They're willing to work, and they're able to work. That's the labour supply, and the supply curve then is determined by how many will be willing and able to work at a given wage rate. So again, if we look at that in the same way, so there's the amount of labour, the amount of people who are willing to work, or the amount of hours that an individual is willing to work, and that's the wage rate per hour. Well, by and large, what we would expect is we'd expect to see some sort of upward sloping function. At a low wage rate for a particular job, not very many people are going to want to do it. At a higher wage rate, more people are going to do it. So we'll end up with an upward sloping supply function. Higher wages, means that there's greater incentive for you, to go and do this job. So apart from wage, what else is going to affect the supply of labour? So that's, again, a change in the wage causes a movement along. What determines its fundamental position? So, you might think about, things like, the desirability of the job. So, more people are going to want to go and work as, beach lifeguards or something, than they are as garbage collectors. It stands to reason. You might think about some of the restrictions. You might need qualifications. So before you can do certain types of job, like brain surgery, then it's helpful if you've got some sort of medical degree. So you're not allowed to do it. Or it might be that there are some sorts of skills, that are available. It might be affected by migration. So as people move, from one part of the country to another, or from one country to another, then that can affect the total availability of labour supply. It might be affected by state or government benefits. So if the amount of money that you get for not working is very high, then fewer people are going to be willing to work. So that can then cause the labour supply curve to shift. So you might say, if the government suddenly increases the generosity of unemployment benefit, then at a given wage rate, fewer people are going to want to work at a given wage. If the government expands medical school places or that type of stuff, then in a few years' time, the supply of doctors will shift to the right. There'll be more doctors at any given wage rate. So that's the supply of labour.